Good morning, everyone.
Morning.
Morning.
Hey Dana, I have a quick question while you're on here when the meeting has started.
Mm-hmm.
The Redfin leads. Are we getting assigned leads that we don't know about?
You shouldn't be. They'll come directly to you in Redfin, and then just send it to me so I can assign it to you.
Yeah, because I
In
had
Follow Up Boss. Yeah.
so because in Redfin this morning it said like I had overdue follow-ups and I'm like, for what? But then when I go to follow-ups, it's people that were not for me because my name
Mm.
was nowhere on there, but I saw like other agents who have made note. I just kind of dismissed it, but I'm like, how did it even get here? Like I I pretty much know everybody's name who I've dealt with,
Yeah.
and part of those were not it. So
Okay. Yeah. Do me a favor and just send me an email with it because it is really. Excuse me. I apologize. It is really fresh with everything going on with
okay.
these with Redfin. So just trying to work with them the best I can. We're hopefully not like overlap things, you know what I mean? So yeah,
Right.
if you can send it, because that way I can look into it a little more too on my end and then just, I mean, I know right now it's doubling up with agents as, you know, one person gets it, then another one, and I really want to try to avoid that
Mhm.
with Redfin. So, but again, all these like glitches are just at the, they're gonna have to, it's a lot is off, like not it's definitely out of my control, put it that way, but I want to try to get a handle of these issues so I can address them to them right away. So yeah,
Okay.
just
All
shoot
right.
over the names to me, email me the names, and then I can have them look in on the back end why that's happening.
Happening. Okay.
Thanks. Thank you.
Thanks.
Hey, so sorry. I was on a call. I apologize. My photographer was lost. How's everybody doing this morning? Happy Monday.
Happy Monday. What a Super Bowl. Happy
Oh
Monday. Yeah.
man, Super
Oh
Bowl.
no,
I
you didn't.
felt like it was boring.
My
That was for you,
team
Dana.
didn't
Good
make
morning
it.
to you. I still love you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
sorry.
I
I
was
was
hoping
rooting
I
for the
could escape the
Patriots.
abuse, but it's okay.
Well, let's get rolling. I apologize for being late. That's normally not me, so I'm so sorry. We'll start with Ingrid, see how your week was. We're gonna keep it just in the normal stuff, check in, see what's going on. It seems like everyone had a busy week. We had some closings. I think we had like 18 or 20 closings last week. So looks like we're off to the races. Ingrid, how was your week?
It was fine. I had I did a showing for one of the clients that I have. He didn't like the property, so we're still looking. And then I do have a few clients that I got one, and I wanted to ask you. I believe he's for the way that he's talking. I got one of those kind of calls that they say that they don't want to be contacted by phone, just by text. And while I was talking to him, he said that he has a buyer. So I believe he's a realtor, and he's not from Orlando.
Yep. So if you get one of those leads, well, number one, if you get a lead that says text me only, I'll start off with a text, but I'm going to follow up with a phone call because I want to be able to put a voice to that person. And I want to be able to talk through their wants, their desires, goals, all that kind of stuff. Because at the end of the day, it's hard to win somebody over just via text, right? I mean, those are easy. We always want those where it's just like, hey, I want to show up at this property, write an offer, right? But that doesn't typically happen. And so you want to develop your process. So your process should be that you're call, texting, and emailing that person until you get a hold of them on the phone, right? You want to schedule that voice consultation with them or face to face with them. And that
But
process shouldn't deviate.
but my question is, in that case, how should I handle that? Like, if he's a realtor and
Oh, you
he
just
has
mark
the
it as an
buyer,
agent. Yeah, just mark it
okay.
as an agent and just mark it as an agent and remove it. There's nothing you can do with that.
Because he's looking at, like, he told me to look for properties, and he gave me like the specifications that the buyer is looking, but I don't want to be doing the job, and then he will be the buyer's realtor.
Yeah, no, we don't work for realtors. You guys are
Okay.
independent contractors, so keep it moving.
Okay. And then I did got a few other leads, but when I try to contact them, they don't answer.
Okay. So what's your contact strategy?
I've done all these. They were like, most of them were in the weekend, so I did the text, and I'm gonna do the calls
Okay,
today.
so Cielo, you get a lead. What's your lead strategy? How are you contacting them? You get a lead at, let's just say, 9 o'clock in the morning. How are you tackling them?
Oh, well, through Zillow, what I do is I say I accept. Like if it's good, I accept, and then I call right away. And then I just say, hey, if I'm in the office, I'm very like, I say, hey, how are you doing? I see that you're interested in such and such property and that you want to tour it. I'm looking forward to meeting you. Just wanted to ask you a couple of questions. And since I know it's recording, I can go back to look at the notes. And so I just
Mhm.
ask the regular questions like, oh, what's bringing you, what's bringing you to the area? What do you like about the property? And then I say, hey, you know what? I'm in transit right now, but once I get to my office, I will send you some information that I get from it and any supplements I get. And then maybe we'll look at other properties in the area that you might be interested in so that, I can help you make your decisions. I can help
But
you.
let's say, and then that's all perfect. But let's say that person doesn't answer or doesn't respond back to your first initial call. What
Then
is your game plan from there?
So I leave a message and say, hi, this is Cielo, your premier Zillow realtor. I see that we have a meeting set for such and such day. I'd like you to confirm in order to make sure that we have the appointment. So please give me a call or text me. I look forward to meeting you. And then I text them and say, hey, looking forward to meeting you. Need to make sure that we confirm or the meeting will be canceled. The tour will be canceled. So I make sure that I get a contact before I even go.
Right. So if I'm not getting that lead on the phone the first time, thank you, Cielo. Thank you very much. That's exactly what I was looking for. If I'm not getting that lead on the phone the first time, I'm going to call them various times throughout the day, right? And then that following day, I'm going to call them at alternating times. And I'm going to use my follow-up box to set my task or my reminders to do my follow-ups. So I just want to make sure, Ingrid, that, and you're maybe already doing this, but I want to make sure that if you get that lead, they don't call, that we're not waiting 48 hours over the weekend. Like, I want to make sure that you're being responsive with your leads right
No, I'm
away.
doing that. The ones that I'm telling you are the ones that they are just say like, I'm interested in this property. They don't set a time for touring, or like, it's not an appointment per se. It's
Mhm.
just that they are looking for information, and then they just want to be contacted by text. So
Yeah.
I'm sending the text. I'm telling them like I'm trying to reach them, but I don't want to be like just calling them right away because the like the call is specified that they don't want to be called. They want to be text.
Yeah,
So
I wouldn't follow
this
that
was
model.
during the
I would stick
weekend.
to what you know. I would just keep following up with them until they answer.
Okay.
Yeah, I think they'll appreciate the persistence, right? And if they don't, oh well, they weren't meant to be a buyer for you, you know. So I just want to make sure that you're being. I want you to be aggressive on the phone with them. You know, I want you to make the contact, and if it says text, okay, I'll try. They didn't answer it, then I'm gonna make a phone call. So I hear you though. I know it's delicate, like you don't want to step on people's toes or be overarching or whatever they call it, but I would want you to be more aggressive for sure. So last week you had, sounds like, several different leads. You had one showing. Did you make lots of contacts in some of your past stuff? Go to the lead pool. What were the other stuff that you were doing?
I tried to contact, made a few calls, but I didn't get anyone. I didn't make any touch. I was unable to speak to someone.
Okay. So I want to see you get some of those leads that are going on in the group chats. Make sure you're snagging some of those from Gene and Hans. Get you loaded up as much as possible. I know you got to be quick with it, and people aren't messing around. So make sure you're on it and you keep that WhatsApp group. Set a different alert or something like that. You see it, just glance at it and try to snag some of those in there. But I want to make sure that you're getting your lion's share of that stuff. Okay.
Okay.
Righty. Let's see. Jeffrey, how was your week?
Pretty good. Despite being sick, I'm still getting over it, but running around a little bit. So I only got 20 calls in, but I was running around with 3 different buyers. Last time you didn't want to count of how many houses we saw, but different buyers.
Nice.
So we got to run around like all day. Friday was great with some people over here in Odessa. But going through with my young couple, I'm putting in their offer now, actually, sending it over to the listing agent.
Okay.
I'm just giving a last look now, and then I'm going to kick it over the wall to them, and then hopefully we'll get under contract.
Was that the one that you were going to also potentially write last week?
Correct. That's one I was bouncing
Okay.
on last week. So we went through Caitlin and everything else, and then signatures with the buyers. But they wanted to go through one more time with their dad. So I met them this morning at 8:00 this morning, which is hard to do after the Super Bowl. But
Nah, I bet.
I met them at the property this morning to go through with the dad. So
Okay. Very cool. So it must
now
have went
there's
well if you're writing an offer then. I like that.
yeah, moving forward, and hopefully we get a good one. So
I like that.
Time to
Jeff,
go get
was that
another
from the
one.
ones this weekend that you showed? Starting on Friday, or is this a different one?
Different one.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah. So Friday I was running with the couple that came in from Zillow with Sam, and Sam gave me a call and
Mm-hmm.
sent it over to me. So yeah, that was Friday. So
Yeah, I
that
saw
was
that. That
6.
was good. Okay.
Yeah, that was 6 different properties, and I'm following up with those guys this afternoon.
Very cool. Well, it sounds like you're busy and you're staying busy. I like to hear that. That's a good thing.
That's what more of that. That's what I want.
And you've been
More of
doing some
that.
open houses and stuff like that as well, right?
Correct.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
did you get yourself on Redfin? Are you on that platform now?
I have not played with Redfin yet. My Zillow went screwy for a little bit, and just this morning is now working again. It looks like. So I went around with them last week. So Redfin, I got to dig into.
Okay. All right. I'm
It's on
making
my
notes and
it's
Stan to
on my
follow up on
to-do
this.
list. It's on my to-do list for you.
No, you're good. You're good. All right. Well, it sounds like you're off to a good start. Good luck on your offer, my friend.
Thank you, sir.
Of course. Dana, do you have those numbers by chance from the Zillow stuff? Dana, check those numbers if you can. I don't know if you can hear me or not. Vincent, how are you?
Yes, I'll check. Jeff,
Thank you.
is that what you're saying? Okay.
No, just the normal ones that you
Hey.
normally send.
Yeah, I'm sending them now.
Okay, thanks. Vince, how's it going? How's your week?
Not too bad. I apologize for the background noise, man, Jim. But no, it was a good weekend, man. I got a client right now I'm working with. Hopefully we'll have a contract out this week on that person. I got 2 more clients that are thinking about going towards a new build. So hopefully this weekend I'll have more of that direction. I had 60 calls this week. Got in contact with I think 3 other people. And out of that, I'm trying to get something to hop off. And besides that, hey man, I won on a good parlay yesterday. So yeah, not a bad day so far.
Okay, very nice. Well, let's see. It looks like you have how's your year shaping off so far here? So you've got no pending deals right now, 1 closed, right?
Yeah, that's correct. I'm hoping to have one hopefully pending this week, so I gotta get one. Because if I had one before, but it went out of contract, and now he's out of town right now. He doesn't get back into the 18th. So I have somebody else right now that I'm hoping to get in contact this week. So you are correct.
Okay. So let's stay up on that, and then make sure you're getting some of that Zillow stuff as well. And then you should be on the Redfin platform. Are you getting alerts?
You know, same thing as last caller said. I have not been really up top of it. I'm going to this week. I promise you that. But not really. I've been getting the bill leads. So, but no, this week I'm gonna like be all in on Redfin.
Okay. All right, Ingrid, go ahead.
I have a question about the Redfin. So the ones that I get, they show like auction or foreclosure. Do we work with that type of properties?
You can, right? So every single lead across the board is the same way. So it doesn't matter if it's an auction, short sale, whatever. Typically, 9 times out of 10, these buyers are not really buying those auctions, and they're super competitive. They don't want to really pay for those. So you treat it just like anything else. Show them the property, get into that home. If they want to make an offer, we can make offers on those auction sites. Typically, you have to read the realtor remarks. You can usually find the link in the realtor remarks to make those offers. But I try to persuade, right? I try to talk them out of auctions. The reason why is a lot of them have fees attached to it. Sometimes, they call it technology fees, or sometimes, they may not pay the buyer commission as well. And so once the fees start to add up, and this buyer's looking at commission and tech fees and all these different things, they're spending an extra $5,000 or $10,000. So they're not really saving anything. Also, there's usually minimums that are attached to these auction sites. So let's just say you see a property on there and it says the starting bid is $10,000. We all know that as an agent, that property's not going to get sold for $10,000, right? It's clickbait. They're trying to get you to come in, look at the property, and build that audience or build that value up. So typically there's a minimum or a threshold that has to be held on there. So if you're looking for foreclosures or you're looking for discount type properties, there's a couple websites you guys can go to. There's Fannie Mae, HomePath, HomePath.com. That's through Fannie Mae. You'll find typically reverse mortgage properties on there, foreclosed properties, whatnot. And then you had also HUDHomestore.com. That is through the Federal Housing Authorities Association or something like that. So those are like true foreclosures that you can work through as well. And then the auction sites that you may see on there is like Hubzu. You may see auction.com. But just be advised that all of these platforms typically have large fees associated with it. So it really doesn't turn out to be the best for everybody, just so you know. But you work them just like anything else, those leads, yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Hopefully that's helpful. So I'll put those in the group chat when we hang up today. So it's HUD Home Store, Fannie Mae, HomePath.com are typically 2 of the sites that I let the buyers look at. And they're great because they can look at those sites, but they have to use you as an agent on those sites. So they can't bypass and just buy those properties without you. But it gives them something to look at to feel like they're getting some value there. Good question. All right. So let's see. We got through Vincent. Cielo, how was your week last week?
I kicked ass last week.
Nice.
So I closed the deal on Friday. That was my first deal. So I think it gets funded today. So I'm very excited
Yay.
about that.
Congrats.
That was the first deal and the first call that I took when I joined the team. So
I remember that.
Scott, a good thing. I'm closing another deal this Friday and another deal next Friday. I have an offer that should be accepted today from the weekend. And then I helped one of my agents that's out of town with her deal, and we're negotiating the offer right now. And then I have several buyers that I'm signed up, and they're buyer sellers. So it's kind of getting on that stuff. So it's been pretty good. Pretty good.
Very
Pretty
nice. So,
nice.
what is the success? What's the recipe for success there? So, you had a really good week, had some momentum with some closings. Have you just been working your butt off over the last month, or like what has contributed to that?
I think I just got very motivated about like I mean I have a goal in mind, what I want to make every week and or like what I want to make every month, but I feel like if I want to close to a month, I need to be writing offers, at least 2 offers every week. And so I'm doing everything I can. So I mean, I was getting a facial and I got a listing from that and a buyer from that. Like I just anybody I
Nice.
talk to.
So it sounds
Um,
like you're always talking real estate when you're out and about, right?
Yes, and it's just but not salesy, but just more like, oh, what are you doing? And kind of. Oh, hold on, I got a solo call. Can you hold on a second?
Yeah, go for it. All righty, we'll let her take her call here. So I'm gonna move on. Let's see, Nez, how are you?
Hey, how's it going, Angel?
Great.
Good. Yeah, I'm doing well. So, um, yes, I've been getting few calls. I had a client from out of state, so I did a virtual tour last week with the client. Actually a week and a half ago, and then, she's just yesterday signed the buyer's rep agreement with me. So I've been talking to her constantly, and then sending her homes in Frisco, Texas. She narrowed it down to 4 or 5 homes that I sent her. So I'm gonna schedule a showing, like a virtual tour for her this week with those 3 or 4 homes that she wants in the area. And then I'll send a few other listings, like single story homes that she's looking at that came on the market. So I'll see if she wants to see that as well. Um,
Okay.
and then I did receive another. It was like a Zillow tour. I guess I've never received that, so that was like the first thing. And that is scheduled for this Wednesday. She wants to see a townhome in the Colony area, so I did reach out to her yesterday, just introducing myself, but I haven't heard back, so I'll reach out to her again today. And I started posting, like I did post yesterday on social media as to how I can help clients. I did go in different Facebook groups and
Okay.
that I'm part of, and just
Are you
post.
seeing any traction from the posts?
Not as of yet. I had few people like it, so I did reach out to them. Hey, liked it, like what's going on? How's everything? Just introduced, but I haven't heard anything back. So,
Okay.
and then
Cool.
hopefully I can start doing open houses soon. So we should be, yeah, and then go from there.
All right. Very nice. Sounds like you have a busy week and you're having some success. As it relates to open house, I think you guys are getting signs. I think they just got ordered. So get with Eric if you need those.
Okay.
And I like it. So what are you doing? Are you going through the lead pool? Or are you just taking the calls and running? Like, is there any other things that you're doing there?
I'm taking calls as I go. So I work from home. So I leave my Zillow on at all times as much as I can when I'm not at work meetings. And I try to take as many calls and then as many Movados as I get. Movado hasn't been really good. I mean, I had a client, she wanted homes in Garland. I sent her listings. I spoke to her. I reached out to her to follow up again. I did. I was like, hey, I sent you some listings. Did you get a chance to look at it? She said, oh, what's your name? So gave her my name, but haven't really heard anything back from her. So I'll reach out to her today. But I've been trying to be more socially active, social media active, and speak to like people in the community and so forth. And then
Nice.
I did also buy door hangers with my business card on it. So I went in my neighborhood and put that out there as well. So
Very nice. So for
yeah.
you, I think it's just momentum. You're doing all of the above, right? And
Mhm.
so It's just going to take a little bit of time. Those things, door knocker, social, that's just
Mhm.
building an audience. So
Yeah.
stay persistent with that, right? Don't get frustrated if you don't see anything after a month or 2 months. Like it's going to take time.
Mhm.
Maybe you tie in a newsletter, right? So maybe you drop
Okay.
off a door hanger, then a newsletter, a flyer, whatever, just
Mhm.
month to month, maybe once a month, and just focus on that one community and let
Okay.
it build from there. So I like to hear you doing the extra stuff. So that's really good.
Okay.
Very nice, my friend.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Alrighty, let's see here. We've got some other folks. Laura, you out there? Okay,
Hello,
we'll
good
come back.
morning.
Oh, hey, good morning. How are you?
Good. I'm sorry, I had too many windows open, so I was
That's
looking
okay.
for. Well, I'm
How was
doing
your week?
good. It was pretty good. Actually, I took one of the Zillow calls on Tuesday,
Okay.
and I meet my clients. They were really nice couple, and we make an offer on that specific home. The only thing is that the home was like underpriced for like around 30,000. So I was afraid that it will become like a war, like multiple offers. And I tried to contact the seller, but the seller is a company like LLC
Mm-hmm.
in Texas. So it was really hard to get in touch with them because I wanted to see if I can, like do like an escalation cost for that offer.
Well, I
However,
would
I
say
talked.
you still can, right? Like even if you put it on there and it's not being used, it doesn't,
Correct.
right? Okay.
So I tried to convince my clients to do that, but they say no, they wanted to offer what they were asking. So it was not a problem. So we sent the offer. And of course, finally get in touch with someone, and it went into like multiple offers. They asked us to like bring the strongest offers during the weekend. And when I spoke to my clients, they didn't want to do anything. They just want to keep it as is. So I'm supposed to hear something today. However, I already told them that it's not a problem. We're going to keep looking. I send them new properties as well. And I asked them that if anything pops, let me know. We can schedule a tour. So I'm waiting to see what's going to happen there. And also, I think I got a lead from the pool as well. And I talked to them and send information through my loan officers, and they made the application. So I'm gonna follow up today because I think that was amazing.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, because I talked to them the first time, trying to give them as much confidence I can, and he was willing to do the application. So I think that's great. And I did show another house, but for some reason she talked to the husband, and they decide not to like keep looking for now, but I'm gonna keep like following up with her. And yes, I didn't get that many Zillow calls. I think I got one during the weekend. I miss it. And
Yeah, I'm trying to look at some of the not just for you, but in general.
yeah,
And I don't know, there's something going on with the
I was so ready this weekend.
numbers or
Okay, I'm not
something.
gonna do anything. I'm gonna wait for it to close. But that's fine. That's not a problem. I do have a couple of questions. I'm sorry. I want
That's
to ask
okay.
3 questions for
Before
you.
you ask, I just want to go back to your other buyers.
Yes.
So,
Okay.
so for my buyers that I have offers out, and we know it's in multiple offers, I just want to make sure that you're still like, hey, you know what? Let's keep an eye on the market and let's keep continuously looking. And we can always make other offers while we're waiting for that response. Because sometimes with those investor type sellers, they may take 3 to 5 days to get back to you. So I will let them know, hey, we don't want to miss out on the next one that could be a great fit as well. So I'll continue to
Correct.
schedule appointments and just making sure you're doing that
Yeah, I
as
sent
well.
him a couple options during the weekend, and I'm gonna follow up with him today to see if anything like they will like, so we can book a tour this week right away. Yeah, they are they are really pre-qualified and everything, so they are my 100% everything right now. So I'm
Okay,
working on that.
that's
Uh,
great.
the Redfin that I keep hearing people talking about it. I'm not even sure how to get access to that. I download the app, but I don't know what is the login that I should be using to be connected with you guys with the group. for that.
So they come
I
in
guess,
as a group or like a text message. So you have to get onboarded to that. So you should have been onboarded. And a lot of agents missed their window. So that when they allowed us to enter in the agents, we gave them a list of the agents. And so if you didn't follow any of those emails or you missed those, we just have to try to get you back onto those. So Dana, can you take a look and see if she's on there or needs to go get the training or whatever?
yeah, I haven't done any of that.
So we'll have Dana take a look on those
Okay.
and see if we can get you updated.
Not a problem. One of my calls from Cielo last week was from this client that when I went to check on him, on his like history and all that stuff, he came up with a lot of situations that were kind of like scary. So I decided not to take that tour, but I still have it on my pipeline on Zillow. So I don't know what to do with him.
What's the client's name?
Roger, let me go to my follow-up bus here.
I found it. It's just Roger.
Yeah, he doesn't have a last name. So I don't know what to. I put it as a.
We'll put it in the lead pool and see. We'll have somebody else work on it.
Yeah, he sounds nice over the phone, but I just don't feel comfortable, like and I don't have anyone to go with me. So besides
okay.
my 8-year-old, so that won't help.
No, I understand.
Yeah.
Don't worry
So
about
I
it.
just
So
don't want to leave him on the loop because it may be a potential client, but it's just I prefer maybe a male.
yep, I'm gonna
Doctor?
send it to Moises and Victor and let's see if they can come up with something.
Okay. And my last question is that for the Orlando office in Dr. Phillips, are we gonna get the open house signs to be able to start doing open house? Because I don't know.
Yes. So as far as the open house signs go, I have them on order. I have some at the office. I think Rocky has our signs, so I have to have her drop them off.
No, they're at the Lake Nona office.
Okay. Because we had the meeting tomorrow, so if you guys want, I can pick them and bring it to the Orlando.
Hey, Laura, we have our team meeting in Orlando as well.
Yes, correct, tomorrow. So
Yep. So in Lake Nona, we're gonna have our team meeting. I'll have Rocky's on here. Rocky, if you can bring the signs with you.
They're
So
already at the office.
Are they downstairs or are they upstairs?
No, I dropped them off this morning.
oh,
okay.
great. Thank you.
Cool. Thank you. Appreciate it. And then I've got some more on order. So the new ones that will come, they'll be just for you guys. So I'll get those to you as soon as they come in, probably this week.
Okay.
At what time is the team meeting tomorrow?
11 o'clock.
11.
And so the game plan is we're going to have our meeting. We'll have our group session around 11. And then we have a vendor from 3MG Roof and Solar. They're going to be coming in and bringing some lunch and talking about what they do.
Okay. And my last question, and it's just like just curious. Like I noticed that a lot of the leads are being like really like in faraway areas like River Ranch, Lakeland, like are
So you
we-
should be seeing leads in the Lake Nona area. There's always going to be one-offs because I believe we have a separate pool for Spanish-speaking agents. And so if you get those leads, you just have to put them back in the group chat and somebody that's there locally will take them.
correct. But my question to you is like, are we going to be getting maybe like leads that are going to be actually in Orlando, like the areas of Dr. Phillips, Winter Garden, things like that, or that market is completely sold out? Like, I don't know.
So we have Clearmont on that west side of town. We have Clearmont, we have Groveland, we have Davenport. We do not have Dr. Phillips yet. We have like West Orlando, Northwest Orlando. We can go far north as Leesburg, then all the way like follow 27 all the way back down to Davenport, Haines City. So it's that west side of Orlando.
Okay.
Yeah, but if you get like, you're always going to get these one-offs because you're in that Spanish-speaking pool. So if you get those, just push those back to the other agents.
Okay.
But you should be able to see local stuff too that comes in.
Okay, perfect. I think I'm good, Angel. Thank you so much.
Yeah, for sure. Rocky, let's go back to you. How are you?
Okay, sorry.
That's all right.
I was a little bit under the weather a little bit, but I'm okay. Actually gonna be working on my first vacant land contract today.
Nice.
So she wants to put an offer in, but I just want to make sure that it's the person who's telling it is who they say they are. Just make sure like it doesn't turn out to where it's like a scam or anything.
Is that property on the market?
So it's not in our MLS, and that was the issue. So it's not in MLS, it's only on Zillow. But they use something called Baycom, Beycome.
Yeah, those are legit.
Oh,
Those are listed by sellers. And that Baycom is like a guy that does just like he'll list it for you for like a flat fee type thing.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, and then I had to negotiate my commission off of it because he's like, because I never had a land sale before. So he's like, well, what do you think it's fair? And I'm like, I don't know, 3%. And I asked him like, oh, after talking to Matt, I'm like, well, what do you usually give? Isn't it a flat fee? And he's like, I don't know. And he kind of laughed at the end. And I'm like, okay, well, if I can't do it for $750, it's not worth my time,
Right.
And kind of negotiated. So I got him to pay 13. He didn't want to do the 15. So other than that, I've been getting like a lot of, so I get like leads, but the leads have been like, nobody's pre-approved. And then the other issue I'm having is I put them in contact with like my lender. Some of them like don't respond. Like I have a couple that responded, but the ones that don't respond is just like, what's your point? Like I just don't understand.
What do you mean?
Like
They're not responding? Like they don't respond to the lender?
Yeah, they don't respond to the lender. They're not responding to me either. That's the biggest, but I can see like the ones that I have put in contact, they have like the lenders will tell me like, hey, because I use Jason too a lot, the one that you had speak. So I send him a lot. I also send Sherry Ann a lot, but yeah, a couple of them, they're just not responding. They're not responsive when the lender reach out to them.
Yeah, I mean, here's my thought on, first of all, leads, right? A lead, let's define a lead, right? So a lead is anybody that is interested in looking to buy or sell real estate, right? A lead is a lead. Some will come across that are already pre-approved and some will not. And that's just out of our control, right? And obviously all the Zillow leads, we're going to try to redirect them with the Zillow and give them the benefit of, hey, free appraisals and all this other stuff. If you're having a hard time getting them transferred, they may just not be ready yet. And I think you may just have to spend a little bit more time talking to them about the process and kind of educating them. And hopefully that helps kind of move the needle. But, sometimes leads just do goofy things, right? I mean, it's human nature. People do silly stuff. They may be reaching out, putting their toes in the water, so to speak, and finding out that, it's a little daunting for them, or maybe they're not truly ready. There's lots of variables there but at the end of the day, really, like you're not going to convert every single lead. It's just not possible. So the conversions on leads are like 10%. If you're converting 10% of your leads, you're doing well. So if you need 3 closings, you need 30 leads, right? So you're not going to get everybody. And so that's just part of the process, but I don't stop working with them or chase them. I'm sure you're not stopping to communicate with them, but I just continue to put them in my pipeline and I just follow up with them once a week. So I put them in my pipeline. Hey, I didn't hear from you. I know Jason's been trying to reach you and everything like that, or different lenders. Then also too, like I would hope, and you have to let me know this, if we have a lender like Jason, if he's not connecting with leads, and that's a common theme, maybe it's just him. So I need to know about that, because if that's the case, then we need to get him off the list and get somebody that will chase those leads down. So if you're seeing that could be the common theme. It may not be you, it may just be the lender. So I'm going to get with you later today. I'm going to give you another lender as a backup plan. So if that buyer says, hey, that person didn't call me, you scratch them off the list and we're done using him.
Well, here's the thing. So it's not the lenders, because Jason's good. But when I talk to the client, they're like, okay, yeah, I'm looking, and I explain them the process, and I'm like, okay, well, the first thing you need is to be pre-approved. And I put them in a warm, like I always do warm messages, 3-way messages. So I introduce him, and then they're like, yeah, what time can I call? And then after that, Jason, he'd probably reach out and say, hey, I called them, they didn't answer, or vice versa, whoever else I use. Like I use Christian from VP Mortgage, I think that's what it's called. They're not like some of them are just unresponsive after being in that three-way message,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I definitely have had that as well, where clients just go cold. Chances are maybe they found somebody else in the meantime. I mean, you got to remember, some of these people are requesting information from several different websites. I've had leads come in from Redfin and Zillow, right, within a matter of 2 weeks. So some leads just do some really weird stuff. So I'm hoping that Jason's continuously helping. If not, like I said, let's get somebody else. But it could just be a lead just going cold at the end of the day. But I will definitely say, like, I think some buyers get cold feet, right? Where they're like, oh, I got to pull my credit and this and that. And so that could be it, where it's just a little bit more daunting, and maybe letting them know, hey, just having a conversation. I don't say getting pre-approved. I just say, let's just have a conversation. And I let the lender do a good job of selling themselves and explaining a lot more detail about the pre-approval process, right? So I just want to sell the conversation, and I won't even say like, hey, are you pre-approved? No. Okay, call Jason. I'll say, hey, listen, have you had a chance to speak with the lender yet? Oh, no. Okay, well, let me do this. Let me get you in touch with Jason, and he can help you and explain to you the process. Also, he'll talk to you about numbers and let you know exactly what you possibly could afford. And that will maybe help lighten the load of like that daunting pre-approval or getting your credit pooled. I think some buyers just get a little nervous about that. So I would say maybe change the approach a little bit and see if that helps. But again, if buyers do buyer stuff at the end of the day. So
let me ask you this. So do you, like, if you find out they don't have a pre-approval and they want to see a home, do you show them the home anyways? Because that's just like going to a dealership and you don't have no money.
I will show everybody the first time because I want to meet them. So I don't care about a pre-approval. I just want to meet them face to face, because you just never know where it's going to take you, right? So I don't view it as a waste of time. Like, I'm not driving 2 hours. I'm not going to drive to Tampa to show a client from Orlando. But yeah, I'm gonna be reasonable. And if it's 20, 30 minutes away, I'll just build it into a time where I'm actually out there, so it's a good use of my time. But
because I guess because people I've done like that, they always want to see. And for me, I kind of have a hard time saying no a little bit. But they're like, oh, okay, well, I have 3 homes I want to see. 3 homes, and you don't have a pre-approval. That does not make logical sense to me. It wastes my gas and my time. We can see one. I don't mind showing one, but like, after that one, like, what are we really doing if you're not getting pre-approved? Like, because it does take time out of our day. Like, if I'm driving to Kissimmee, that's mostly like 45 minutes for me.
right, yeah, I hear you. So I usually will do that same thing. I'll show them one and not some, and I'm gonna have that conversation. It gets a little bit stronger in person. And so if I feel like they're just kicking tires, they're just kind of looking, I'm gonna try to vet that a little bit more and try to pry and see why they're not trying to get pre-approved. Yeah, so if I'm talking about timing, motivation, and they're saying yes to all these things, but they don't want to get pre-approved, that seems odd to me for sure. And I'm not going to let them waste my time anymore after that one. But I'm going to be the same way. I'm not going to show them 5, 6, 7 homes, maybe 1 or 2 that's close by. But in person, I feel like we can vet them a little bit better, right? It's hard to kind of understand that person's motivation over the phone because you can't see their face and their expressions and stuff like that. But I'm going to get in front of them at least once.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, I just try a different approach. Also, the lady, I don't mean to keep taking up time because we're almost done, but the one that I'm writing the vacant land for, so she's an investor. So she did tell me, like, because I asked her, I'm like, do you have other realtors? And she was like, yeah, we closed on a deal. And I'm like, you have other realtors? She was like, yes. But she's like, she wants to use me too. Like, she has a couple different realtors that she has, and she has relationships with them. So I think this will be a plus because she's not only looking in like Central Florida, but she's also looking like Palm Bay area, like all over.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Well, I will say this. Everybody knows a realtor, right? Everybody and their mother is a realtor. Everybody knows a realtor. And the good ones stick out. So as long as you're doing a good job, that person will come back to you time and time again. So and it's a hard market. There's a lot of realtors out there, but the good ones always stand out. So I think speaking to your experience and leveraging the team's experience, you should be just fine. But it sounds like you got probably a good client. If you need help with any land stuff, I don't do a lot of land. I can do them, but Sean's done a bunch. Sam has done a bunch of stuff with land, and so has Matt. I've only done like maybe 2-3 a year. I just don't get into it as much. But if you need some extra help, whether it's the terminology or the contracts, just let Sam or maybe Sean can even help you.
Help. Okay.
Cool. All right. We got 11 minutes. I want to make sure I hit everybody here. So let's just see who we missed here. Sarah, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Wonderful. How was your week?
Last week, I went into the lead pool. I had a couple leads come in, but they go nowhere. Like one of them was, he found a property on Zillow that had like a typo for the price, and it was like a $700,000 home listed for $68,000. Oh, he left.
Sorry, Sarah, it dropped on me. What was the last thing you said? There was a $700,000 listing, and then my phone went blank.
And it did, I guess, like the listing agent or whoever put it on Zillow had a typo, and it was for $68,000. And then, so I told him, like, I called him and told him, like, that's probably a typo because it was listed for like $700,000 in the MLS. And then he was like, okay, well, just don't contact me again then. And that's like I've had a few come through that have been like, don't contact me, or they put in like a fake number so you can't even get a hold of them. And I sent like Zillow and email messages, and they just don't, like, I had one scheduled for today that I canceled because it's like they wouldn't get in touch to confirm. But I did go through the lead pool and found one person looking for hunting land. And I had a call with Caitlin to try to figure out if the properties were landlocked, and they both were. So I reached out and told him that, and then we canceled the showing, but I sent him a couple other properties too. So I'm waiting to hear from that.
Okay. So I'm glad to see that you went through the lead pool, and I think those are good because you get to work on your script and try new stuff and try to find your way over the phone versus trying new stuff and working on leads that are like viable right away. So keep working through the lead pool, and let's make sure Dana has you turned on with some of the lead stuff and start snagging some more stuff.
Okay.
So as far as like the hunting land, recreational stuff, there are some things that are out there in St. Cloud. They have some stuff. They're like low price points, $10,000, $12,000. So if you get any leads that are looking and you end up writing a contract, you can just add your compensation on top of that, whatever you think is fair, whether it's 1,000 or 2,000, whatever you can get out of the deal. But there's a couple there, and also, yeah, that's the only one that I know is in St. Cloud.
Is that like a hunting club? Because he's not into like any kind of hunting clubs or anything. He just wants like a piece of property that he owns that he can do whatever on.
Yeah, that one's recreational. That's what I know. Like you can ride four-wheelers and shoot and whatever. There's no club. There are people that are out there. What is it?
It's Hollow Powell out there in St. Cloud.
Yes, Hollow Powell.
Oh yeah, I sent him that and he wasn't into it.
Yeah, I bought acreage out there. That's where I go ride my side-by-side out in Hollow Powell.
Yeah, that's the only one that I know of.
Like 33,000 acres out there.
Yeah, I sent him that one, and then there's River Ranch. But he's wanting to stay by that Rich Loam Wildlife Management area. But the ones that I sent him were like the ones that he wanted to see were both landlocked. And then we had a appointment set for Saturday morning, and then I called him to get to set everything up, like where to meet, because I told him they were probably landlocked, and then he still wanted to go and see them. So we were just gonna go to the road as close as we could get on a marked road. And and then he ended up like not being interested because one of them had like some kind of ranch that was like operating, and he didn't want to like go out there and then get, trespassing or whatever.
Yeah, you definitely will in Hollow Paw. So with those, don't go out there and show them. Let them drive by, but you're not showing those without the gate key on most of those, so you can't even get access. I would say, it's just recreational. It's land, it's trees, it's dirt. Like trees are trees. So let them drive by. At the end of the day, I would not be driving to Hollow Paw. So I would be looking for viable buyers that are 200,000 or more. So don't spend a lot of time with that. Just send the MLS stuff, do your follow-ups, but don't spend time driving around and trying to help them too much. You'll spin
Yeah,
your
I was just
wheels.
trying to get like face to face with him, because my husband hunts too. So I was trying to get face to face so I could have like a conversation to like build some kind of relationship with him.
Right.
But that didn't work. So
Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, like you can only try, but like with those land leads, I don't want you spending that much time because most of those land stuff, that's peanuts. It's $5,000, $10,000. I'm so sorry. I don't know why it keeps dropping the call. But yeah, I wouldn't waste a lot of time on those. Send them some options to keep them moving. I don't want you to waste a bunch of time with that. You want to get in front of clients that are looking to buy homes. Typically, vacant land where it's like $200,000, $300,000, $400,000. Okay, 50 plus, fine. But anything less than that, just keep smiling down and move on.
yeah, he's looking for like 50,000. And then I sent him a listing that's like not attached to any kind of like HOA or anything, just like a piece of land that was it was originally listed for like 79,000, and then they cut the price by 10,000. So I sent him that and haven't heard from him.
Sorry, I'm having technical difficulties. Every time my phone rings, it cuts off. So, Sarah, just to recap, let's keep moving past that. Damn it. Sorry. Let's keep moving past that and focus on those other buyers. I just want to make sure I give a few minutes to everybody else here. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Sorry. I want to go to Noemi. You still out there?
Yes, I'm here. Hello.
Hi. How are you?
I'm doing good. This week was actually really great.
Okay.
So they finally turned on my Zillow leads because I just joined about a month ago. So I'm finally getting Zillow leads. And then I also, what else? I got my first Zillow lead on Thursday during my team meeting. And I went to go show him some homes, or I went to go show him one home, but he kind of double booked me. So he got me to show him a home, and then he had a few other agents showing him different homes in Plano. So I've been in contact with him. He stopped responding. We had a call scheduled, and I think that's one of my biggest problems right now with clients and customers. We have calls scheduled, and they like either don't answer the call or they just ghost me. Other
How
than
far
that,
out are the appointments? So, like, let me just make sure I understand. So, you're getting a lead, and then you schedule a call, or what do you mean by that?
yeah. So like, let's say I had a call scheduled with them right now at 10. I would text them 30 minutes before, hey, I have a call scheduled with you, no answer. And then I call them at 10 and they don't answer. And then later I'll text them again and they'll text me back and they're like, yeah, let's do it another time. We schedule another time and then they ghost me again. And it's really frustrating, but I did have one call this week that he actually answered my call. He's been texting back pretty fast, but it's a commercial property. So I have one of the better agents over here with commercial. They're more used to commercial than I am. They're helping me out with it, but he's been answering pretty quickly. He's answering the calls, he's answering the texts. So that's going great.
Okay. So, Going back to that, I'd have to listen to like your calls to see kind of what's going on there. So Eric's really good with phone training. So I would talk to him about maybe just helping you with some of their scripts and dialogues to see if there's anything that we can kind of improve on, whether it's building more rapport or something like that. I'd really have to hear the call to kind of better guide you. But at the end of the day, like I think I was telling Rocky, like buyers just do some really goofy stuff, right? They set appointments with multiple agents, they're on different websites. So getting that person on the phone, once you have them, I'm not going to reschedule them. I'm just going to just jump right into your script from there, right? Just like, hey, I know you're super busy. Just want to talk a little bit more about the search. I understand you're looking at 123 Main Street, and just go straight into your dialogue. Because chasing them down and getting them back in front of you is hard sometimes. So I would say maybe not try to reschedule. If you can get somebody on the phone once, just make that the appointment and see if you can capture them from there. And then I'll work with Eric. I'll tell him to give you a call and work through the scripting stuff. Okay.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, it's from the WhatsApp group chat that we have, giving us leads where they set the appointments and stuff. And
Oh,
then,
yeah. Okay.
yeah, so I haven't
those-
even been able to like talk to them at all.
Got you. All right. So let's talk about that. So those leads are from the ISA. If you have got that call or you get that appointment and they're not following up with you, so just kick it right back to them and say, hey, this person didn't answer, because they get paid for appointments that answer. So at the end of the day, just kick it back to them and then just, hey, if you can get them back on the phone, just transfer it to me, but let them chase it for you.
Okay, perfect. I'll do that then.
Yeah. All right. Perfect. Thank you so much. Well, I'm glad to see you got your first little lead, many more to come. I think you guys were just a little bit slower, probably because of the weather. So, we go off of just what the forecast is for leads for that market. And so if it's slower in the beginning, people are sitting there hibernating because it's so cold. You should see probably the last few weeks start to get a little bit busier now that's a little bit warmer.
Okay, yeah.
Oh.
I got a few, but I've been out of town. I'm gonna be out of town on Wednesday, so I had to kick them back to my team because I didn't want to steal anything that I wasn't able to show.
Mm-hmm.
So
Okay. But you can do a self pause if you're just going to be gone for a day or whatever on Zillow. So you can just pause and it'll skip over you and then just turn yourself back on too. So,
Okay.
or Dana can do it.
okay, yeah, I emailed Dana not that long ago, maybe like 30-40 minutes ago while we were here on the call. I went ahead and
Okay.
emailed her.
She'll get on it.
Okay, yep, I'll do it.
Thank
Yeah, 'cause
you.
you
We're
guys can
spilling
only,
over.
just so you guys know, oh, I'm sorry, Angel, I'm sorry.
okay.
You can only self-pause for 24 hours, so it's best to always just let me know and I can pause for way more than that. Okay, thanks.
Thank you, Dana. Yes, I'm
I
gonna
was
be
just-
gone from Wednesday to like Saturday, I think. So
Perfect, I'll take care of it.
thank you.
Alrighty. I was just gonna say, if you guys have already gone, you got to jump off. Go ahead. For those of you who haven't gone yet, I still want to get through to you. So I think Champarella and I think Sean. I'll tackle you guys next. But if you guys have stuff to do, go for it. If not, you're welcome to stay. So Champarella, you go next. Okay, Sean, you're up.
Hey, Angel, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
Good, man. It was a great week. Busy. Just trying to get through. I have a closing coming up this week. My second closing for the year.
Okay. Nice.
Last week, I am in the process of negotiating a contract on 2 of my listings. I just got a call. The guy wants to place an offer on one of my listings and another offer on another listing that I have. I did pick up a lead over the weekend. On Saturday, I think someone called. It might have been Jeff that picked it up, Jeffrey. I guess a call came into the office, but it was on one of my listings. So that kind of got transferred over to me from Dana. And now I'm going to be representing the buyer on that one. And the
Very
seller
nice.
on the double side that.
Love those yard sign calls.
Yeah. So that was good. And then last night, my client invited me over. I was in Bay Hill for a Super Bowl party, and I got 2 new leads out of it. So
I love that.
yeah,
In Bay Hill. That's awesome.
yeah. They were telling one of the neighbors told me the house 2 doors down from him sold in 48 hours, but it was well underpriced. So that's kind of hurting the market in the Bay Hill when someone underprices and is sold in 48 hours. So that was kind of the conversation I was having last night with the guy.
Those warm leads are beautiful. I love that. I love to hear that. So
Yeah.
what did you do to tap into that kind of like up? I know it's your area and you live there out that way, but
Yeah.
or did you do something strategically to get yourself in front of those clients, or did you just sell one and stay in touch with that client? How'd that work?
Oh, my Bay Hill listing, that's the multi-million-dollar one. I'm probably in touch with him on a daily basis. We've become pretty good friends. So he's referred me doctors, attorneys. Last night he was a federal prosecutor who I was talking to. So these are big hitters. It's just
Very cool.
smooshing with these people. Yeah. He's head of the RNC, the Republican National Committee. Does fundraisers at his house. So I'm trying to smooth up to him as much as I can.
Very cool. I love that.
So I just got a call too, and a guy from Michigan wants to place an offer on one of my listings too. So I am extremely busy right now.
Love it.
Yep.
All right. Well, keep it up, man. That's good to hear that you're staying busy. I love to see that you're getting listings. Your listing stuff, is that just warm leads that you've gotten, or are you doing any calls to expireds or for sale by owners or anything like that?
Yeah, I use Land Voice to do my expireds and FSBOs. So yeah.
Are any of your listings from expireds?
The ones that I just closed last week and the one that I'm closing this week, those were expireds that I picked up from another agent that failed to sell it. Yeah, it was 1 year under contract, and I sold it in 51 days. The other one was under contract for 4 months, and I sold that in 30 days.
They must love you.
Well, yeah, I'm sure they do.
Awesome. I love to hear that. All right, guys. So that's where it's at. Like, you can jump on, Rocky, I'll come right to you. You can jump on those expires that are in the lead pool as well. So I think there is a separate bucket for those. Maybe Dana can confirm if you guys are interested. She can stay on and kind of navigate that for you. But there are expires in the lead, or I'm sorry, in Follow Up Boss, in actual lead pool. So that's for Central Florida. If anybody else is interested in other Florida markets, I can get those. I don't have them for other states, unfortunately. So Ohio, Texas, if you guys need those, get with Eric and Angie. Maybe the brokerage has it, or maybe they have it. I'm sure Angie probably has Mojo or something like that. So Rocky, go ahead. You were first. You had your hand up.
Yeah, I wanted to know, or do we have like things to give away as part of the team, like pins or like maybe cups or anything like that before I just purchase all my own stuff to like give out to people?
We had some branding material stuff that we used before. We don't have anything currently. A lot of agents like to brand themselves. But as far as that goes, we've got some listing docs and stuff like that you can use. I'm working with Taisha. She made a really cool listing presentation that we're going to start rolling out, that Caitlin and I are working with. So, but we don't have any like tchotchkes or anything like that currently that we're passing out.
Only reason I asked because I know I'm going to be out doing my own thing, but I also saw like this is at the Winter Haven office. Team Platinum was out with Keller Williams, and they had like stuff with like Team Platinum that they were giving out, and I'm like, oh, okay, I wanted does our team do that? Not compare, but I just asked.
Yeah, that's good feedback.
So.
We can look into that. Now, we never really jumped into the tchotchke stuff because we weren't really doing events or anything like that. You know, a lot of our business has just been the Zillow pool and whatnot. So buyers that are really, kind of a little more motivated. So as far as that goes, we don't have anything currently, but I'll talk to everyone and see if we want to come up with some stuff and circle back with you.
Okay.
So I'll make a note to talk with everybody about that. And let's see, Dana.
Hi, yeah, I was just gonna say I'm checking with Follow Up Boss hasn't gotten back to me. Well, first I said they couldn't do it with those lists, so I get them over here in this area for Florida. So I mean, I can just forward them to you guys when I get
The
them from
lists,
the
you're
main
saying?
office here. Yeah, the expired list. Yep.
Oh, but you said the ones that I sent you couldn't get uploaded?
Yeah, I sent them over to Follow Up Boss, and she was like still trying to figure out how to put them in there so people can view them. So I'm still wondering how to do it myself.
So
Yeah.
stay on afterwards. I'll guide you through and I'll share my screen.
Okay. All right. Thanks.
All right. Well, guys, that's pretty much it. I hope that you have a great week. Rocky, I'll circle back with you on that once I hear back. We meet on Wednesday, so I'll circle back with you on that. Thank you for bringing the signs. And I'm looking forward to seeing all you local people on Tuesday.
Bye, everyone. Have
Have
a
a
good
great
day.
week.
Bye. Thank you.
Dana, I'm just going to switch. Don't hang up. Okay. I'm going to switch.